So today I want to share with us the reason why a lot of people wouldn't achieve their goal for 2024 or even 2025, or why you've missed a lot of serious goals that you've set for yourself, especially in business. Last year we focused on a lot of people. So this year, 2024, let's select about 20 clients that we'll work with for the complete year. So we started the year and we started sourcing for these 20 clients, which means we call them our premium clients. We wanted to just focus on these 20 clients and work with them for the rest of the year. And we started and we got about, as of now we have about 13. So, but as we started and we started working with these people, I started to notice a trend. With time, I started to notice that though we had this client, but we started to have a lot of dissatisfaction from these clients. And when I sat back and looked, I asked myself, what is going wrong? We have the customer, yes, they are paying us. How come we're not able to satisfy them? And when I realized this, after my assessment, I realized that we have set the goal of achieving 20 core clients, but there was something fundamentally wrong with our process, and which is what might be keeping you from achieving your goal this so far or even in business. And that is what is called capacity. I told my people, we are currently on 13, we have about 7 to go. Assuming we get 2 more or 3 more, what do you think that will happen? They told me that the crisis that we are having will increase. The crisis will increase because when we looked inside, we lacked the capacity to handle up to that amount of clients. And what it means is that for you, you also need to start to look at the goals you set for yourself. Do you currently have the capacity in you and in your team to achieve those goals? It's one to say, I'm setting a goal of hitting 20 million in sales this year. But then your people, your current staff, do they have the capacity to generate that amount of revenue? Or is it that the best that they can do individually is about 500,000? And which brings us to the foundation to turning around any business and growing any business. The mistake we make every year is that we set a yearly target for ourselves. We say this is our goal we want to achieve. But I've come to see that that is wrong. Before you set a goal for yourself, the first thing you need to do is to set a capacity target for your people and for yourself. Meaning that if you're in business, ask yourself, do I have the leadership capacity to manage 10 staff? If you don't, the first thing you need to go is to go back and start to learn what it takes to manage 10 staff. It's only when you have acquired those capacity that you can now start to employ 10 staff. Because if you start to get what you don't have the capacity to manage, frustration starts to set in. Especially with your client. You know, a lot of us are pushing our staff, go and get more customers, go and get more customers. But you can realize that you might start to find out that the more customers you are getting, the more the problem seems to escalate in your business. That is a warning sign to you that you lack the internal capacity to manage that level of customer. And how do you build capacity? Number one is via training. We want our people to be able to handle bigger clients. Start to train them on emotional intelligence. Start to train them on how to build their personal confidence. The next thing too you also need to do in building your own capacity is, what are the resources that we currently need to be able to handle this goal that we've set ourselves. If for instance you say we want to be going to the island to sell our product, part of the capacity you need to acquire are the means of moving your team daily from the mainland to the island or from one state to the other. The other area too in terms of building capacity is developing your mind. Reading books, attending seminars, attending courses, taking courses. Because without capacity, there's no magic that will make you achieve your goal. Rather, the more you are heading towards achieving that goal, the more the frustration you are experiencing in your career and your business will mount. So my advice for everybody, especially those of you who have set goals for yourself this year and you find yourself struggling towards achieving those goals, the mistake is not from the size of the goal. The mistake is from the size of your capacity. Your business might currently lack the capacity to handle the goals that you've set for yourself. And a key warning sign that you've exceeded your capacity is when frustrations, you know you are doing the right thing, but frustrations keep mounting from all corners. Issues keep popping up. That is a sign that you are exceeding your capacity, because if you have the team with the right capacity, they should be able to handle all issues that come up, and you too should be able to handle and tackle the problems that come to you. But when you start to experience frustration, it's just your environment, your business telling you that, see, you've hit the limit to your capacity and you need to expand your capacity. Do something about it today, especially for those of you who want to crawl out of poverty. Without the right capacity, there's no magic that can help you crawl out of poverty. Let me give you an instance. Let's say you have a woman who sells granite on the street, and the most that she can handle is granite of 10,000, which means her mental capacity can only handle a financial load of 10,000. If you give this woman 100,000 to support her business, you know what will happen? This woman will thank you, but instead of putting that money in her business, you start to buy ashebi, buy clothes for her children, buy better food, until that money gets down to 10,000 that she can manage, and she starts to struggle in her normal level. And if you ask her what happened, she just said that it's ritual money that you gave her. But if you want to help that woman, the first thing you need to do is to grow her capacity. Take her from where she's selling granite, probably put her in a granite processing plant. Let her see what it takes to process granite at a higher level. Teach her how to management. Get her to attend courses and training on business and on consumables. When you are doing this, suddenly she will start to see bigger ways of handling resources. And when you've done that, it means you've expanded her capacity. Now, when you now give her that 100,000, she's not thinking of buying the ashebi. She's thinking, how do I get an industrial oven? How do I get an industrial frying machine? How do I expand my business? It's because her capacity has grown. So do something about your capacity before you set that big wonderful goal, and before you start to tackle your mission or your vision, because without the right capacity, you are going nowhere in life. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again tomorrow. I remain Emene Ifeanyi, the wise counselor. Thank you and God bless.